Hello, my name is Nahal, and this is Advanced Python Lesson 5. So, the overview overall, so this should be the last video, is introduce the project and work on it. So, class example. Alright, so to begin with, let's start with the example of classes as a review from last lesson. So, class fruit, you have to create the class, you need the int function to initialize the class, and essentially you see we got .type, .weight, so we got the attributes, and it creates an instance of copy of a fruit called cherry, and then it calls the print function. So take a moment to think about these questions. What are two main parts of classes? Why do we use classes? Watch how do we create a class, and how do you make a copy / instance of a class? Pause the video and think about it. Okay, let's continue. So first, functions and attributes, the information about the object. Then, to be more organized, then class name, and then instance equal to class, and then the parameters. So hopefully you got that right. Alright, so let's continue the review. What method do we have to write our class so we can create an instance of that class? Number 2, how do you make a turtle go to a specific coordinate, like 30, 50? And finally, can you put a list inside of a dictionary? Pause the video and think about that for a second. Alright, let's continue. So, number 1, with the method def init parentheses, then number 2, turtle.go to 3050, or turtle.go to 3050 with 2 parentheses. The argument in the second one is a tuple, so that's something you can do as well. And can you put a list inside of a dictionary? Yes, you can do it just like that, as you can see over there. Alright, let's continue. So let's review turtles one more time. So import turtle, you have to import the library. Always do this at the top of your program. MyTurtle equals to new turtle.turtle. This spawns a new turtle in the myTurtle variable. Then you got the goTo, which moves the turtle to the position 1010. You also got the second version, which does the same thing with the tuple as the argument. Then you got .penUp, which makes the turtle mark invisible. .penDown, which reveals the turtle's mark again. .color, to change the color, make sure to put this in strings and what are colors. So in this case, this changes it to red. And then afterward, myTurtle.beginFill begins the shape the turtle with fill in. Then you got .goTo and moves the turtle along the path essentially. And .infill, it fills in the middle of the path. Fills in the middle of the path that the turtle took. Alright then, so hopefully you understand your turtles. Now, let's talk about the project. So the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is a game show where people will have to play a version of Hangman and win money for correct guesses. You'll be creating Wheel of Fortune using Python with Turtle. Here's some more information. In this game, someone starts off by spinning off a wheel with values of money. When the wheel stops, it will land in a value. If a player guesses a word correctly, they will get the value times the number of occurrences there are of that guessed letter. The objectives and the key parts. So step 1 is to create the wheel. Step 2 is to have an arrow going around the wheel. Step 3 is to create many phrases. And step 4 is to create the core hangman part. So step 1, the wheel. Here's the important thing. Steps 1 and 2 should be in a class. This class should be called a wheel. You'll be required to make 2 methods to help you make the wheel. Make circle and make sectors. So make circle, remember how you make a circle, and I'll use a for right. And what is a hashtag? Change the forward value to change the circle size, essentially. Then there's make sectors. So try to figure out a way to make sectors on a circle. It should be a series of forwards and turning. How to figure out how much to turn in between each sector? 360 / number of sectors equals to degrees to turn. Step 2, the pointer. So in step 2, set heading 0. Always point your turtle to the right no matter what position. R is equal to random.range 100 to 400. To choose a random amount of times for the loop should repeat. For I in range, R, some dimensions as the circle you made. And the main idea, basically, with the pointer, trace the circle and stop at a random place. Remember to keep pen up. Step 3, the actual phrases themselves. So first, make a list. Make a list of phrases. You can be as creative as you want with this. Number 2, choose a random one. Use random.choice list. Don't forget to import random, however. And step 3, create the topics. Maybe take it one step further. Create topics and different lists for each topic. And step 4, the hangman. Create the core hangman portion of the game. Here are some main points. Turns, so have 2 players. If a player guesses correctly, they get to spin and guess again. Money. If the letter guess shows up more than once, the money should be multiplied by the number of occurrences the letter has. And then finally, loops and strings. Have the game run until all letters are filled. Have a list of underscores, one-word letters replace the dashes. Alright, so here's a little example here, w.pig sector. So here's a little example of what it should look like. You got player 1 turn worth a certain amount of money, and you essentially got overall the actual wheel. So yeah. Now let's start with step 1 and make your way down the list. Alright, now once again, if you need any help whatsoever, we have office hours. They are from 4:15 to 5:15 PST on Tuesdays and Sundays. And this is the actual meeting link, so please do save this. If you need help, please do attend. Thank you very much.